Good afternoon, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom. We're here on the farm, getting ready for Shabbat prep and smoking some meat and that kind of thing. We're actually heading to shul. We have a local shul in Youngstown that we are able to make minyan in periodically, and there's space there for the men to go and sleep over and stay there at the shul. And so my son and I are getting ready to head out to Youngstown for Shabbat, and so we're making preparations for all of that. And so, but anyway, I wanted to address an issue. We are getting calls. The Rabbonim who are the signatories on my Kabbalah to Shecht are getting phone calls. Okay, and so asking about whether they gave me a hashgacha. Okay, and so they're asking questions of Dayan Rabbi Yitzhak Verdugo, who is my teacher, who I learned from, and who I lean on very heavily for very, very much of my teaching. And so Rabbi Verdugo made a call today. I asked what was going on and that kind of thing. And so I want to make it very clear. I have never and will not and have not made any kind of claim that I have any kind of hechsher, any kind of hashgacha, or anything like that. Only that I am a certified shochet, and that I lean heavily upon my rabbonim in terms of any issues. I don't do anything without inquiring of them, that type of thing. So in terms of being careful, this is what I do. Do I have a hashgacha? Absolutely not. I do not. I am just a private guy who has a Kabbalah to Shecht, and there are some people in the community who have said, have for quite a long time said, when I have my Kabbalah, please let them know, because they would like to acquire some of our animals and poultry as I go. And so that's what we've done, and that's all we've done. And so I know Jen Perlman has made some posts on some of the Facebook groups. I very much appreciate that she's done that. Maybe she shouldn't do that. I don't know. But at the same time, we're not trying to advertise. We are certainly not flying in the face of the Rabbonim in Pittsburgh. Rabbi Silver, the whole VOD down there, everybody. I've had wonderful relations with them. I have the utmost respect for them, and in no way, shape, or form do I look to usurp anyone there for any reason whatsoever. If I had the wherewithal, if I was big enough, went through enough product and that kind of thing to have the VOD here every day, I would absolutely have them here every day. I just simply don't. We're a small farm. We're tiny, and to pay the fees is just outside of our means. We can't. And so that's how small we are. We're very tiny. And so essentially, in fact, we did have our maple products certified through VOD. We had the VOD Pittsburgh hechsher on it for a while, and yet the fees were just too steep. And there's nothing wrong with the fees; they weren't exorbitant or anything like that. Just for someone operating our size, it was just too much. And so because we're very small, and so I just want to make sure that everyone understands and knows. Number one, of my deepest and utmost reverence and respect for the Pittsburgh VOD and the Rabbonim, and that everybody, in fact, so far, everyone who has asked me about it or whatsoever, really wanted to know, about these things. I have always said. Just yesterday, I spoke with someone about this, saying to them, you should ask your Rabbonim. In fact, it was 2 days ago. And then yesterday, that person got back and with me and had checked with their Rabbonim, and so I talked with some, and so that's great. That's exactly what I want. I don't want anybody doing anything that their local rabbi suggests that they shouldn't be doing. Please don't do that. And so, essentially, that's who I am. That's what I'm doing. I have not made any claims like that about myself. So please don't represent me that way. But also, please don't think that I somewhere have a hecture or certification behind me or anything like that, other than to shecht. And so essentially, I don't. There's not any mashgichim here. To pay a mashgiach to travel from the city all the way to my little farm for a few hours, and then actually put my entire facility under lock and key, for only the times when they're here. That would be, there's just no way that I could do that. Again, we are far too small for that. And so anyway, thanks for listening. I profusely apologize if there's anything I said that might suggest that, but I was actually, I think I've been very specifically clear about the situation, about my status, and all of that. I've said it, a few times on the other videos that I put out, that we are private. We're just a little private thing. We are a farm that sells farm products. And so I'll sell them to the Jewish or non-Jewish community. Prior, I sold to the non-Jewish community, and I was able to shecht because I had already been through the shkita prior and qualified to just simply shecht for my family and I. And so I decided to step it up with a well more recognized and more established Rabbonim who would act as signatories on my Kabbalah, simply because it would have more meaning. And so essentially that's what I did, and so this is who I am, what I am, not hiding anything, not representing myself to be anything I'm not. That's the last thing I want to do. So okay, well, thanks for listening. Shabbat shalom, and we're going to continue, but please don't think that we're something that we're not. And if you have any questions about that, ask me. I will 100% tell you very openly and frankly and honestly exactly who and what I am and what we're doing and all of that. So Shabbat shalom. Take care and good eating. We'll see you.